prepping a white car for ceramic coating. Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Frank.
And this is DIY Detail. Today I've got my good friend Frank from Detailing Dogma and his wife's car. We've seen his wife's car in many of his videos. It's never been ceramic coated. So we thought we'd, fix that little error for him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now, one thing we get asked a lot is, can you do the car outside? We'll be doing it in direct sunlight today. It's actually a nice, beautiful day in Quebec. Notice I'm not wearing a hoodie, so it is actually warm. And we'll start with that. So off we go to prep a white car for coating.
All right, Evan, we're going to do it the DIY way. So first thing first, I'm guessing this is going to be the wheels and tires. Right?
Yes. So you've got all clean, diluted 15:1, and just a little bit of incredible suds to get the wheels all nicely foamed up.
So the car is outside, but it's still cool.
Yes.
Okay, so we can clean the tire dry first with all clean, 15:1.
So why do you choose not to use a bucket?
I don't feel like I need a bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, you use a bucket for the wheels?
Normally we have a wheel bucket just to keep the brushes in. And instead of rinsing it with the pressure washer every time, we just dunk it in the bucket. But
yeah, sometimes I'll do that. I have a specific wheel bucket, but I don't use it. And these wheels, they're not perfect. So if I put my brush on the ground, I'm not worried about it too much. Nice browning effect.
Yeah.
We're
so
pulling.
Why do you always keep your car pristine and perfect, but your wife's car you don't?
Because she doesn't really take care of it.
Okay.
And have the kids touching it.
Okay.
They don't touch mine, but my wife's they're not afraid to touch it.
Okay.
And my wife's I told her many times not touch her, don't do that, and she still does what she wants.
So. Okay. So
yeah.
It's very
Give
good.
it a good rinse.
Yep.
We have some overspray on the wheels, so these wheels are really caked up, as you can see.
Yep.
So great.
One little additional step here, because German wheels, let's add just a little bit of iron remover.
Do we wait now or
no?
Go over it?
Yeah. So basically what happens now is the all clean and incredible suds helps the iron remover work a little better because it's keeping it on the surface. It's preventing it from evaporating.
Okay, we see that purple reaction on the disc here. It's drying out fast, the sun is beating on it. So I'm gonna go in.
Yep.
Nicely lubricated. Everything is coming off like it's a real piece of cake for that. So I didn't touch the barrel. There's not a great clearance.
No.
With the disc and the dust. There's a shield here.
Yes.
Dust shield, I don't know. And it doesn't work well. I'll do them sometimes.
Yep.
But like I said, for this one, we're not expecting perfection.
Okay.
Just wants it to be looking good.
Yep. Excellent. And one thing that makes life easier is the more often you detail your wheels, the easier they're going to be to keep clean.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like a month for the wheels.
Okay.
And maybe 2 weeks for the paint.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Off to the other wheels we go.
Yep. We just got done cleaning the back wheels, and the front has just been dried by the
sun.
The sun. Looks pretty good, pretty dark.
Yep.
And it's gonna bond well with the tire dressing at the end.
Exactly.
Feels very good.
Yep.
Wheel is perfect as well.
Excellent. We'll go do the other side. We'll be back in a moment. We added a bit of iron remover to this wheel before starting, just to get it activated a little faster.
Yeah, on the shade side.
Yeah. Now in Quebec, there's one thing that we do that is just about everyone does it. In a couple weeks, we'll be taking these wheels and tires off and putting on the winter wheels and tires. So that's a great time to do that deep cleaning of your wheels, is when you take them off. That way in the spring, when they go back on, they're already clean, exactly. They're ready to go.
You can store them clean and yeah.
Yep.
Not in the bag.
No.
I see all those people, they store them in the bag, so that keeps the humidity, I guess, and
yeah,
yeah, it's not good.
So without agitation, the wheels are pretty much clean already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not much left. So for those who don't know, All Clean is your APC that's stronger than your typical interior APC, right?
Right. So it's an all-purpose cleaner. For exterior, we dilute it 15:1. If you're going on the interior, you'll want to dilute it 30:1 or 60:1. But for wheels, tires, engine bays, bug remains, you name it, it'll take it off.
Everything at 15:1?
Yes.
Even engine bay?
Yes.
Okay. Nice purple reaction.
Yeah.
You guys use the All Clean in the foam cannon sometimes? Like an extra
very,
foam cannon?
very, very rarely. So it has to be a very bad vehicle for us to do that.
Okay.
So what we normally do is 1:1. So we'll put 500 milliliters of water, 500 milliliters of All Clean, a couple drops of incredible suds just to get more foam, and then we use it that way. We'll use it on like an ATV or a truck that's been in the mud, but on a regular car, no.
But let's say in my process, I do that for the wheels. I use an extra foam cannon.
Yes.
Like 1:1,
that would work.
Would give me the similar dilution.
Exactly.
Okay. Good to know.
But the disadvantage of the foam cannon is you're putting out a lot more product than what you actually need.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Whereas a pump foamer like this gives you better control and you're using less of it.
It's more economical.
Right.
Okay.
Now these small ones, like Frank said, they're a bit of a pain because you have to keep pumping them. There are some that are battery operated that do an okay job. And we typically use the IK Foam Pro 12, so the larger one, and we only put 1 gallon in. So 1 gallon of water, 8 ounces of All Clean, and a couple drops of incredible suds, and then we're good to do the whole vehicle without having to repump.
Yeah. Okay.
And you've got a compressor in the shop, so you just bring it up to 60 psi, and then you're good to do the whole vehicle.
Perfect.
Yeah. The more air you have in it, the longer it's going to last. So you never want to fill these up with liquid. You want to keep as little liquid as possible, or just the liquid that you need to do the job. Fill the rest with air. It's going to give you a better result.
Next up, Ivan. Foam cannon?
Yes, sir.
The pre-wash. This car was attacked by bugs or some vampire overnight.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. No insect remains on the front, all on the side of the vehicle. So very, very strange, but nonetheless, we'll get it all cleaned up. We don't need an acid. We don't need a caustic pre-wash. The Incredible Suds is all you really need. It has a pH of 8.5, but it's a stabilized pH, meaning that diluted or straight, it's still 8.5.
Okay. Good. So that'll work as a pre-soak and soften the bugs and all that stuff. We'll see at the rinse.
Yep.
How good it works. But those are really really, or not oily, but really sticky, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Just looking at it,
They've been there a while.
yeah.
When's the last time you washed the car?
Like 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
rinseless.
Yeah.
Not the wheels, only the paint.
Okay.
She went for an inspection for rust warranties.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it lives outside.
Since we have a little bit of all clean left in here, we can pre-soak some of the bugs. So like that one on the front that's very bad,
Yeah.
you know, it's very easy to just throw a little bit on. We don't need more than that. We don't need to do the whole vehicle, but where you have bug splatter. So these ones, obviously they didn't impact the vehicle at 100 kilometers an hour. They were in your driveway.
Yeah.
So they're just stuck on the paint, but they're not embedded. But something like that, we can give it a quick shot since we have a little bit left. So like your mirrors here, a couple there. So you're not having to go over the whole vehicle. You're just getting the areas that need it. And of course, the back end of the vehicle is always the dirtiest. So we can give it a little pre-soak there.
Yeah, good point. And by the way, we want to get this car as clean as possible because we're going to do a coating afterwards. So
Exactly.
Very important to get super clean in all the nooks and crannies.
Yep. Off you go.
Incredible suds. I just eyeballed the dilution, but
Okay.
it worked great. For a small car like this, 500 mLs total is good.
Yep.
Got the front here. Good, Ivan. So really happy with that. The pre-wash seems to be dwelling for a long time, even though we're in the sun.
Yeah, not a problem, especially on a white car. It doesn't get that hot. But you can see it going down on the windows a little faster because of the heat. But on the paint, it's good. So
Okay.
pressure wash away.
We had a solid layer of dust or pollen
Yes.
also, so that's just very, very good to do that.
Yep. Next up, the contact wash. The pre-wash is just to get the grit off the vehicle, which we've done admirably. Now for the contact wash, so foam again.
Yep.
Enjoy. Now, Frank's going to be using the Perfectly Safe wash brush on the vehicle, which is great. He has the incredible wash mitt, but I just found out he reserves it for his car only. So we'll keep that tradition and go with the brush on this one.
Yeah, it's for my own dirt.
Yeah.
Top down?
Yep. Just like any wash media, you start from the top down and Once you've done a panel or two, dunk it, keep going. So you still stressed out about using a brush, or
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to
enjoy it?
believe it enough for my perfected paint, but it's a how would I say this? How can I put this? It's something in my mind, I guess.
Yeah, we've been told for years not to use a brush, and it's hard to get over that. But once you actually do try it on your car, you'll see just how safe
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I'm very particular, so I don't expect everybody to be like me.
No.
But one thing I like to do at some point is to get like a perfected test panel
Yep.
and test it out before and after,
Exactly.
inspect it, and then I can have proof. I'm just that type of guy. I'm visual and I need to see it before I can believe it.
Yep.
But I like also the contact with the paint
Yes.
with my hands. And for me, I have to manage the plastic piece here and adjacent panel.
Right. You get used to that, but the plastic is softer than the paint, so it's not going to scratch.
Okay.
One of the reasons we went with the plastic and not a rubber coating is if you get any grit on that rubber, it's going to release itself at the worst time, always. Whereas with the hard plastic, it's not going to hold on to any grit.
Nothing sticks to it.
Yeah, and we say hard plastic, but it's actually fairly soft.
I like it for the bottom
Yeah.
and the nooks and crannies. The plastic pieces, it goes everywhere. So that's like the front grille. Even the wheels, I guess. Would you recommend that? Do you have people in the process they do wheels with it?
Yeah, we have people that, especially if you're just doing the wheel faces and you maintain your car on a regular basis, you don't need anything stronger than Incredible Suds or Rinseless Wash on your wheels. So that gives you that opportunity to do that.
Or maybe someone could have two, one for wheels and one for paint, if you want.
You saw how the brush looks.
It stays clean.
Yeah, it's done a couple hundred cars at this point, and it's done wheels, it's done everything, and it's still clean. So
Okay.
yeah.
So it releases the dirt and it doesn't become black.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the driver's side is all done.
Yes.
The one, the one thing I'd say to keep away from, if your car has that greasy silicone type dressing that a dealership might have put on, no enthusiast will use that, but that the dealership might have put on, that can get actually the brush a little blackened on the surface. It washes off, but it takes a bit of time to get that off.
Maybe like clean it with your APC at some point if it needs to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That would fix the problem.
Right. Now, while Frank is doing the other side, I'll start the decontamination on this side. Have our quad full towel, one spray on the towel, one spray on the panel, match them up. After every section, we fold the towel to a new quadrant. And once we've used all 4 quadrants, then we will dunk it in the wash bucket. So when's the last time this was decontaminated, Frank?
Oh, well, this car serves me as a test car, so I decon some panels here and there.
Okay.
It's hard to follow. I
Okay.
have to go back in the library and find out. But I know I've done the trunk and the right side like 2 months ago. But the rest of the car, I'm not sure. And it has so many repainted panels.
Yes.
So it's hard to keep up. And it's still going back, so there's 2 more doors that they need to change at some point, but they're all back order. It takes months and months for them to fix it. And then when they get it, they need to be painted.
Yes.
So probably next year.
So the soap has dried on the windows. The iron remover is dried on the windows. Not a big deal, no stress. It's gonna rinse away cleanly. Just rinse on this side.
But Ivan, why every brand put a lot of emphasis on not letting the iron remover dry when, in my experience, it does not cause a problem. And here we're also doing it.
Right.
So what's the problem? Some solvents?
Some solvents and also the overuse of the iron remover. So we're using 2 sprays per panel.
Okay.
As opposed to the
Boom, 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 boom.
doing that where you're using way too much. And that excess is what can cause problems.
Okay. It's like a dose thing, right?
Right. So too much is never better. Also with the incredible suds on the surface, that protects it too. So we have incredible suds on the surface. We're having the iron remover or rinseless wash, your choice. But what that's doing is preventing it from attaching itself. But even just the iron remover by itself is not a problem.
Okay, got it. No, there's also a big difference between letting it dry for a minute or two and completely forgetting about it for the whole day, right? It's like a coating.
Yes.
5 minutes too long or never wiping it off
Right.
would make the big difference.
But at the same time, in our testing, we've put this on a black car in the sun, let it sit for a week and then rinse it off.
Didn't
No
do anything?
issues. Yep.
Okay.
Wouldn't suggest that you do that, but it has been done and no damage has occurred. Of course, you know, it wasn't in Saudi Arabia or in South Florida where the sun is a little warmer than what it is here in Quebec.
But it's still pH neutral, so that's the solvent is the problem, the reaction becoming acidic. We hear all of those things.
Right, all of the above. So the reaction, the chemistry of the product makes it so that it's either safe or unsafe. We prefer to have safe chemistry.
Okay.
Yep.
So Ivan, how does it feel? Do we have lots of bumps, grit stuck on the paint on this one?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, so it had a coating like 2 or 3 years ago, or 1 year coating.
Okay.
And since then, it's always been sealants, stoppers.
Yes.
Nothing robust.
Okay.
But I kept up with the decontamination because she'll notice the yellow or golden dust,
Right.
especially near the side panels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Rinse it all off,
Okay.
then water spot remover.
If you look at it at the right angle,
Yeah.
there's water stains all over the hood.
Yes.
That hurts a little bit.
Right.
It's like from sitting outside only. There's no like city water that sat there.
No, that's sitting outside. That's dust on the surface that can cause that. So dust, pollen, etc. gets wet. And also you keep trying different sealants and things on this vehicle. That actually has an impact. So unless you're polishing between all those different sealants, you can actually cause a reaction that can cause that.
Okay. So it kind of the paint absorbed the the dried stuff.
Yes.
And now we have staining.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll come off with our process today.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I was going to say that much easier to rinse the iron remover as you used it instead of the usual like covering it up.
Right.
And then all that foam, it takes a long time to rinse, and it's in all the gaps and all that. So
it takes longer to rinse, and also your iron remover actually isn't doing the job you're paying it to do. Because if you're just spraying it on the surface, it's reacting with the rust. It's actually not removing the iron. With the decontamination towel, we remove the iron particle. Now it just has to deal with the rust stain that's left there. So that little golden speck that you see. So it just has to deal with that. It doesn't have to deal with trying to get around that ball of iron. Because if you can put a rusty nail in a thing of iron remover, it's not going to dissolve the nail. It's just going to dissolve the rust off of the nail.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not actually dissolving the iron, it's just attacking the rust. We call it an iron remover. That's the industry established name for it, but it should actually be called a rust converter.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So next step is water spot remover. I know Frank has a love-hate relationship with our water spot remover if you watch his videos. But the water spot remover, one thing that confuses a lot of people is it restores beading. And it doesn't do that by having something in the product that makes it bead. It's just it deep cleans the paint to a point where it's back to its natural state, which is beading. Fresh, new paint beads, and clean paint beads. So there are instances, and there are videos that have been on our channel and other channels where they spray it on and there's still no beading. That means the paint has no beading to give. But if it has beading to give, it will. Now there are some water spot removers on the market that use hydrofluoric acid and use different acids. Those actually scar the paint. We use lactic acid and acetic acid depending on which brand. Some acetic acid ones do the same job as ours, meaning that it deep cleans the paint and it excites the paint, meaning it has the lotus effect. So the paint is receptive to the next step.
Yeah, and after that video, just to get on the subject,
Yeah.
I did more testing on different type of paint, and I found out that it doesn't do the same. It doesn't have the same reaction on every single paint.
No.
So I should clear the air up at some point. But yeah, I felt on other paint, it would bead, but as soon as you wash it, it would become like flooded.
Yeah.
So probably the paint that I tested it on before, maybe that paint is naturally beading once it's clean and it doesn't want to move away from there. So.
Right, and as I said, different types of water spot removers use different acids. Some acids cause the lotus effect. Some actually scar and damage the paint.
Okay.
So depending on what type of acid you're using, we prefer one that cleans the paint, not scars the paint.
Yeah.
And one other thing that people don't realize is if you try to put a sealant in this, you're just going to get clumps. They don't mix together. You can't, even if we tried, the chemist is saying, no, it's not going to happen. You can't mix a sealant with something as acidic as this.
Okay, but there's quick detailer acidic though?
Yeah, our ceramic infused products are slightly acidic. They're a pH of 3 to 5.
Okay.
Acidic doesn't necessarily mean it's doing the job. So the pH scale is something that a lot of detailers put way too much emphasis on. If I were to take a bottle of Coca-Cola and put it on here, we'd end up with a sticky mess.
Yeah.
But it's a pH of 2. It's stronger than most wheel acids, or it's more acidic than most wheel acids. Yes, yet it's not going to clean a wheel. So the pH scale isn't everything.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But the type of acid mixed with a sealant, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yep. So again, direct sunlight, car's almost dry, not a big deal. Spray a little bit on, then we'll take a microfiber towel to spread it around.
Wet one?
Yeah, damp. So wring it out as much as you can.
If you were to work inside, would you let it dwell or not necessarily?
No need. I'm putting it on almost everywhere. Frank, after this, is spreading it everywhere. Now, one thing that's important, Frank, is not to flip your towel. You want to keep using the same side of the towel all the time.
Okay.
We know the surface is clean. We've washed it. We've decontaminated. There's nothing left on it other than some minerals. And that's what we're doing now, is getting rid of these minerals.
Okay.
And again, by doing it this way, we're not trying to flood the surface with the water spot remover. We're letting it do its job, and we're not using too much of it.
Once it's wiped it in, do you have to rinse it faster?
Nope.
No. So it's gonna it's gonna dry a little bit now.
If it dries on the surface, not a big deal. It's already dried on the windows.
Okay.
And it's going to come right off. We're prepping this car for a ceramic coating, but in reality, if your car is ceramic coated, this is a great way to decontaminate everything we've done here before winter, getting it ready for winter, or in the spring, once you've gone through that winter and the sides aren't beating like they used to because of the salt. Just give it a quick decontamination like this, dry it, and you're ready to go. While Frank puts his pressure washer away, I'll start drying the car.
Looking brighter.
Looking brighter, it's cleaner, and it's ready for ceramic coating.
So we still have that film to polish off.
Yeah, there's just a little bit remaining. But like I said, you use different sealants on this as a test bed.
Yeah.
So we need to polish those off.
Okay. So you would not recommend that for a detailing enthusiast to like switch sealant every now and then?
It's not a bad thing, but don't go overboard with it. And if you are switching sealants, do a decontamination in between.
Or let's say the person use a different quick detailer every wash.
Yeah.
Like one brand this week, the next brand next week.
You have possibility of having problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for a used car like this that is almost 10 years old,
yeah,
ideally we'd want to polish it before coating it, but can someone give it a try without polishing, or does he have to adjust his expectation In terms of durability?
Correct. If you're not polishing, don't expect your ceramic coating to last. Even though we've done a great deep decontamination, chemicals are not enough to remove sealants. Chemicals are maybe enough to remove a wax, but a sealant is not going to remove it. It might scar it, it might damage it, it might make it feel like you've taken off the protection. You haven't.
Okay, yeah.
So polishing is always the best thing. Now you don't have to go out and spend $400 or $500 on a polisher. You can get a little random orbital sander, our yellow pad, gold standard polish, 3 or 4 passes. That's all you need. If you're satisfied with the look of your paint, all we have to do is a deep cleaning at that point.
Yeah, the abrasion of the foam pad, the polish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would make a big difference, especially here we see the film, so we know there's a slight layer maybe of something that is still there that you don't want between your coating and the paint, right?
Right, definitely. The cleaner your paint is, the purer your paint is, the better the coating is going to last, the better the coating is going to adhere, and the better gloss you're going to get too.
Yeah, and let's say someone has the idea of using like a remover type of product that like deep cleans the paint like nothing else.
Right.
Would that replace maybe your polishing step? This is like a dedicated chemical for that?
No. Ceramic coatings are designed to resist chemicals. That's what they do best. And I haven't found any chemicals on the market that will actually remove a ceramic coating. And if you want to test it yourself, leave a high spot somewhere and then try to remove it with one of those chemicals. You won't remove the high spot. So if you're not removing a high spot, you're definitely not removing the coating.
Okay, good.
They scar the coating temporarily so that water doesn't bead, or like Dawn dish soap, they leave a film over top that makes it, oh, like it's not beading anymore. I must have taken everything off. You haven't taken everything off. You've covered it or you've scarred it, but you haven't done enough to make your next coating or next sealant adhere better.
Okay. Yeah.
Polishing may seem daunting to some people. It isn't. It's simple. A car like this, we can polish it in under an hour.
Yeah.
We're not trying to perfect the paint. We're just trying to deep clean. And again, you can use a random orbital sander. So for less than $100, you'll have the sander, the pad, the polish. It's going to take you an hour. Your car is going to be so much better.
Yeah, and if you love detailing, you'll love polishing. It's just another step. And
yes,
once you have crossed that barrier, that mind blocking thing, it's so easy to work with, and you don't have to be perfect. You start a little step at a time.
Exactly. And speaking of little steps at a time, we're going to end this video here. And in the next video, you'll see us polish and ceramic coat the vehicle. But in the meantime, there's a video you might want to watch, and it's right up here.
Right here.